afternoon. Inwas Elisa Gell. My name is Eliza Gell. Born in 1819, died in 1905. My mother was Walla Walla, my father Tiwi Tequise, Old Joseph of the Wallowa Nez Perce. I was married at 17 to a mountain man, fur trapper, named Joseph Gell, near Pocatello, Idaho. That was near the time my half-brother, the great diplomat, me Alto Hall quit, young Joseph was born. I had two of my own children while we were trapping out of Fort Hall, Francis Ellen and Edward. But even at that time, the fur trade was collapsing there, and we moved down to the Willamette Valley near Tualatin. While we were living there, my husband Joseph became captain and part owner of the Star of Oregon, the first ocean-going sailing vessel built in Oregon. We moved to Shumpui to help finish building her. They ran her on 2 weeks worth of practice on the Columbia River, then sailed away to San Francisco. My husband and 6 very untried lubers. My husband had trained as a sailor, and his father was a sea captain, so they weren't totally unready. They made San Francisco in 1842 and sold the ship in exchange for horses, cattle, mules, and sheep, which they drove back to Oregon in the second ever Oregon Cattle Drive. It saved the community. We needed livestock so badly. This venture is what made the first territorial government of Oregon choose Joseph as their first governor. We opened a grist mill and a sawmill on what came to be known as Gales Creek, our creek, near Forest Grove in 1848. We already had the children in school at the Tualatin Academy, so we decided to board them with friends and try for gold in California. Joseph found enough gold dust to keep the children educated and to buy some farmland near San Jose. And by 1851, we were well enough established to bring the children down and be together again. We had 7 children, all told: Francis Ellen, Edward, who died by murder before he was 20, Susan and Margaret, and at last Mary, Lucretia, and Clara. Joseph had business ventures all over California, mostly farming and milling. We ran a ferry at Fort Tejon until the overland mail failed. Then there was a terrible earthquake. Joseph was badly injured, saving the children from our ruined home. Then a record flood, and the rest of the ferry was washed away. Francis Ellen was married and living in Walla Walla, so in 1862, we moved back here. We got our feet under us again, and we found a place in Eagle Valley. We farmed some and did some business in the Eagle Caps with the gold strike up there. We were once again in the traditional Nimiipuu Nez Perce hunting and fishing grounds, and I saw my family often. My husband died in 1881 and is buried in Richland, Oregon, and I moved here to the Umatilla Indian Reservation after that. Until the death of my body in 1905, I'm here with my daughter, Lucretia Simpson, and many of my children. Katswala. Thank you.